Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Terry Family Adventures. Today I'm California Dreamin', and we're going to give you 5 reasons why my WK2 is the perfect off-roading machine.
Terry Family Adventures.
Well, we're sitting inside the Grand Cherokee here, and we're going to start off with the 4 low. It has a 2.72 to 1 gear ratio, which makes a huge difference. If you watch the Monte Carlo Gold Mine Trail, you'll see we made it to the first obstacle, and it would not go over that obstacle in auto mode or without 4 low on. And so this has been a lifesaver. Don't go off-roading without it. So the second thing on our list, you see up there, there's the grill. This entire front fascia, it comes off to improve your approach angle and ground clearancing issues. And if we come up underneath here there's these thumb screws. There's 1, 2, and 3. And you come over here, there's one right there, and then there's another one that's back up in here. I can't even get the camera in there to show you, but it's right up in there. And so the whole entire front fascia from here down comes off, helps with the ground clearance. But you don't want to leave it off all the time, because this little front spoiler thing cuts the wind from hitting your tires and definitely helps improve gas mileage. But it's super simple. It requires no tools. You just quarter turn them. This whole thing just pops right off of there. You just come from the side here, kick it forward, and it comes off of there. And it greatly reduces your approach angle, or increases your approach angle. The next thing on our list, we're underneath here, you can see that there's the strut and there's the springs. We do not have the air ride, which makes lifting our Grand Cherokee so much easier. The air suspension, you have to do a whole conversion kit over to struts and shocks, springs, and before you can even lift it. Or there's a way to trick the airbags into staying at full height, but realistically every person I've ever talked to that has done that says that it rides like a brick, because the air suspension is just pumped up all the way and it becomes a massive problem. That's our third reason why this Grand Cherokee is the perfect off-roading machine. The fourth thing on our list is it has something called brake lock differential. And what that does is, when it senses that a tire has left the ground or is spinning, because it has open differentials, it will put the brakes onto that tire, making the power go to the tire that's still on the ground and still has traction. I have needed this multiple times in the off-roading videos, and I couldn't be happier. And we'll go to the fifth thing. The next thing is the select terrain knob. In sport mode, it will let it go all the way to redline before it shifts into the next gear. And depending on which model of this you have, I don't. Mine doesn't transfer power, but in some of these, it will switch it so that it has a rear wheel drive bias, so it'll act like more like a sports car. In snow mode, it makes the transmission start out in second gear and cuts the power back so that you don't spin the tires in the snow, so you attempt to keep traction. In sand and mud mode, it does the exact opposite. It will hold it into a lower gear and it will let the wheels spin so that you can fling all the sand or the mud out of the treads of your tires so that you can continue trucking on through. So that, you see people off-roading in there, they get into the mud and their tires just turn into racing slicks. This will help keep the wheel spin up so that it can flip that mud out of your tread so that you can continue on through. And then on rock mode, it automatically puts the four-wheel drive low on, and that gets it at that point it maximizes the drivetrain for traction. It also is more at the ready to use the brake lock differentials because it knows that you're likely to maybe get your tires off the ground, a little three-wheel motion going on, and it just maximizes traction and power because with the four-wheel drive low, multiplying your power, and rock mode works really, really well. And that, folks, is the 5 reasons why my Grand Cherokee is the perfect off-road machine. Thank you for watching.